So today I'm gonna show you guys the full guide on how to play Oni. Now again, this is gonna be a hard guide to understand, but if you guys just came from the TikTok or from the Twitch or whatever you guys came from, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna show you guys a full guide on how to play Oni, how to flick with him, how to do this on controller and on PC. So very simple. If you guys don't want to watch the full video, I'll have a timestamp on where to go in the comments. Check that out. Go to where you guys want to go and watch that part of the video. So the first step, very simple, we're going to step on today is add-ons, perks, and maps. Now, the perks or the add-ons I love to use is the crutch and the hole. The reason why I love to use these two add-ons is because, again, it gives you a speed boost and the other one gives you more blood. Now, if you guys can't get these two add-ons because, again, they are like, you know, a rare, a purple, right? You can use the other version, which is the talisman right here, which is just 8% speed instead of 13, and the Oni mask. Instead of 33% of blood you get from, you know, people, right, when they vault or they damage gens, you get 14%, which isn't bad. It's still fine. It's a lot, you know, worse compared to, you know, the ones you're, you know, replacing it, but it's fine. To be honest, just run these two add-ons and you should be fine. Every other add-on that Oni has is okay-ish. It's not, you know, the best, but these are the two, or these are the four best add-ons that Oni actually has, and I recommend using. Lion Fan is pretty good too if you're going for multiple downs. It just depends on what build you guys are trying to run. Now let's move on to the next step, which of course is the maps. Now the maps is all preference, but what I recommend you guys do on practice on is Ormond or one of the Macmillan Estates. Now the reason why I say Ormond is because Ormond is kind of really easy to like practice on because of the fact that it's wide open and you have all these rocks and stuff like that you can like hit off of, because the rocks for some reason there have no collision. I don't know why, but it's like that. When it comes to the Macmillan Estates maps, Shelter Woods and Cold Tower are your best bet because they also have no collision and stuff like that. So basically it's just basically the same thing as Ormond. It's just a different map basically. So you guys have three maps you guys can pick from and you guys can practice on. Now moving on to the sensitivity, this is what I run basically. I have everything else up 100%. It's all right here. It doesn't really matter. You do need it on controller, so if you're on controller, you 100% have to be on 100% sensitivity. Now for the sense here, it's all preference. The lowest you can go to flick is 800 DPI. Now I run 2000 exactly. I don't go above that. I don't go below that. All right, that's my, you know, bread and butter, but I used to use 800 for a while. So again, if you guys are using 800, you're fine. You can flick at 800. Now, moving on to the flicks. Basically, you guys know how to do the first flick, which is, you know, the 90-degree angle, right? So 90 degree, you just move your analog, or not analog stick, but your mouse to the left, and really that's it. All right, I'm gonna freeze frame throughout this little video, show you guys basically how to do it. So you guys see my mouse right there. I'm sure you guys proof that, you know, how to flick basically. So basically you just move your mouse left or right and then you press you know, M1 basically. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the 180-degree angle flick. Now this is very simple. All right, you might get confused in the beginning, but don't worry about it. So basically when you guys are in full dash trying to go around a corner, you guys want to look up, completely look up, and then press M1 and then flick left or right. So here I'm looking up, I press M1, which I did right now, and then I flick left or right. You guys can see my mouse right there move left or right. Basically, this is what you want to do. Make a letter J type of symbol. It's very simple. It's not really that hard. This flick isn't really hard to do. You guys can do this at 800 DPI. You guys don't need a maximum of 2000 DPI like which I have for 180 flicks. So you guys can just do this little, keep doing this little flick over and over again with 800 DPI and you guys should be fine. You just make a little letter J type of flick and you're kind of done. I'm gonna show you guys one more example, right? I go up, I flick left or right, and then bam, I do a 180. It's basically just a letter J just on your mouse pad basically you're doing. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the insta flicks. Now insta flicks is a little more complicated. You do need 2000 DPI is the lowest. So again, you need 2000 DPI. So now right here, basically what you guys want to do very simple is just make a letter C type of figure. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys in a diagram what I mean by that. So the insta, this is the only way of doing an insta. You need 2000 DPI, and basically with your mouse, you just want to make a little letter C, and that's really it. That's actually really it with the insta flicks. You don't have to look up at all. It saves you a lot more time. You can predict a lot more like your dead hards and stuff like that. It's really good for, you know, countering dead hards or, you know, countering people, stuff like that. Or if they do like a, you know, a corner attack and stuff like that, it's really good for that. They never expect it. So Instaflix is very simple. You need 2000 DPI and you just basically make a letter C and you're kind of done. Now I'm gonna show you guys the controller guide. Now this one's a little bit more complicated. You guys can't do the same stuff that PC can, but I'm gonna show you guys what you can do. So basically, very simple, right? You look left or right and then press R2 to do a 90 flick, right? I think everyone knows how to do that, right? It's very simple. Look left or right, very simple. And if you're trying to get like a little, maybe a little bit tighter of an angle, you can look up where it actually gives you maybe a tighter angle, right? But again, it's all preference. You guys don't need to look up, actually, to be honest, when I was playing on controller. But in my opinion, I would look up. It's just a force of habit, because again, I think in my opinion, when it comes to loops and stuff like that, looking up does help for, you know, getting those tight 98-degree angles, right? Hitting survivors and stuff. So I'll recommend you guys do that. So basically, you look up and then you move your analog stick left or right and then press R2. It's pretty simple, right? It's not that really hard. I think most people know about that little 90 flick. Now, for the 180 flick and stuff like that, I'm gonna show you guys an example. Someone here actually hit a 150-degree, 180-degree angle type of flick with Oni on controller. So it is possible, but I don't know it 100%. I just know the no dashing method. Now, the no dashing method right here, basically, you guys see right here, where I'm almost full with the bar, you can see right there. Basically, you guys want to just, as soon as the bar is almost full, you guys want to turn your camera, look up, and then basically just turn around complete, like be like a little 180-degree angle, and then press R2 to do like an insta flick type of deal. Now, this is the only thing that I know on console that does work, because I've been doing it for years. But there is an actual way of doing 100 or 150-degree to 180-degree flick on controller, but I just don't know it. Even though I cranked up the settings to 100% sense, I did everything like that, it just didn't work for me. Now, maybe some people know about the method, or someone wants to release the method of that. I just don't know it as of right now, but there is a way of doing 150-degree to 180-degree on console. I just don't know it. Now, another thing that I want to teach you guys on whenever you're playing controller is kind of strafing and looking up. Now, you have to do this on console a lot more than on PC, because you have to readjust yourself a lot more. So you can see right here, basically, when you're guiding yourself as Oni, you guys want to strafe 24/7. So basically, what I have to readjust every single time. So for the loops and stuff like this, right here, basically in the middle, you have to readjust yourself. So instead of going straight in, you have to tilt yourself straight, kind of left or right, until you guys hit a good angle. Now, that's kind of really it. I don't really have anything else to explain to you guys really much else. I hope you guys did enjoy this little guide. I might make a more in-depth video, but I just want to release this one just to show you guys what I have on basically what I can guide you guys with, help you guys a little bit with Oni if you're on PC or on console or whatever. But I hope you guys did enjoy this little video. I'm out, y'all. Peace.